Welcome to On the Floor. I'm David Locke, along with...
Hey, I'm Ron Boone. I'm here.
And we are here. Hope you're good. Thank you very much. It is a throwback night, and the Grizzly is in the house. The Vancouver Grizzly. Brad Jones talking with Joe Ingles. Let's take a look around. Alex Jensen talking. There's Vitaly Potapenko, Jaren Jackson, George Niang, Vince Lagarza talking to Bill Pope, Bart Taylor talking to somebody, Brevin Knight and Johnny Bryant. It's a lot of fun people.
Knight was in a uniform for the Jazz, what, year?
He was. There's Ja, Tyus Jones.
And the lady coach over there sitting on the bench was very...
Niele Ivey, former player out of Notre Dame, I believe.
And got a lot of compliments from the head coach in the coaches meeting.
Oh, she did? I must have left for that.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I called Niele Ivey's games. So, all right, so that's the scene here. Let's see who we got warming up on the Jazz end of things. Are we early, or is Donovan not out yet?
He's sitting over there.
Oh, there's Donovan.
He has to wait on Johnny Bryant. I think he has to wait on...
Lamar Skeeter and Royce O'Neal?
Well, someone that's... It's probably not his time yet.
Must not be. Maybe we're early because we didn't do our drop yet, so that's why we're a few minutes early today. All right, what do you think? We got to go get this one, don't we?
Got to go get it. I mean, this team is struggling. They're losing the ball games, and they don't need to get healthy on us. You know, I think we need to come out and play a very good first quarter. Let's make it a good first half. You know, make this team, as young as they are, have to play uphill and see if they can do it.
Jazz will. They're a very good first quarter team, by the way. They get less good as the game goes on, but they're a very good first quarter team. Fourth best offense in the league in the first quarter. And then they kind of fall apart as the game goes on. So you're absolutely right. I think if you can get ahead of them, you punch them in the nose a little bit, they might break down a little bit. Jazz will get Ed Davis back. That'll bring a little toughness to this team.
Not only toughness, but it brings some offensive rebounds, and I think the Jazz have been struggling with that. I know you and I covered this for a little bit, that we thought the rest of the team was waiting on Rudy to get rebounds and all that kind of stuff. So collectively, we just need to get it done, and Ed Davis can help in that department.
How can the second unit find an identity? When Donovan's on the floor with Emmanuel Mudiay, the offensive rating is a 99.7. That would be the worst in the NBA. So that's not working. What can you do to get an identity out of a second unit? A Mudiay, Joe Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Jeff Green, Ed Davis, and find some sort of personality in that group?
I think, David, that Quinn's probably working on that now. I mean, it's a problem that needs to be rectified to help the Jazz go forward. And just develop maybe, I don't know what the right answer to that is, maybe develop a certain system of their own to the point where it's not exactly in concrete of what the starters are giving them. Not only the Jazz struggling with their rotation, I'm listening to the coach in the coaches meeting there for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're struggling with their rotation there as well, and he's very concerned with it.
Well, they've got some funky things going on. They have Jaren Jackson and Brendan Clark, who they want to play together, and they are a disaster defensively when they're on the floor together. Frankly, they're a little bit of a disaster defensively the minute Jonas Valanciunas leaves the floor. They're really good with Valanciunas and Clark. They're not as good with Jaren Jackson. In fact, Jaren Jackson's having a very bad defensive year for them, which I think is causing them a little concern.
So you think it's the youth? That the fact that they're so young and they just don't know how to handle.
Yeah, I don't think you can play
that.
a second-year player and a rookie as your defensive back line.
Yeah, and that's probably the reason he's saying that they're struggling with a rotation right now, not necessarily the bench. It's more of a rotation of 10 guys or whatever he plays per game.
Interesting, Mike Conley was the story. It's not the story tonight. A lot more talk about Grayson Allen, less more talk about Jay Crowder. But, as everyone's kind of gone off the Mike Conley story as we return here a few weeks after Mike's return to Memphis last time.
Well, Grayson Allen is one that the coach said he's trying to ease him in to the point where he can get playing time or key minutes out there on the floor. I don't know, David. This is still...
Here's the thing on Grayson Allen. We watched this. We talked about this all last year. And maybe this will change as he takes his 1,000 shots a day that an NBA player takes. It's a beautiful shot. It looks great. It doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Like, it just hasn't gone in yet. And frankly, in his senior year at Duke, it didn't go in. And he particularly didn't go in on wide open shots. Remember how he almost was more comfortable if it was contested than if it was open.
Okay, so he's a scorer, not necessarily.
Oh, interesting.
A shooter.
Okay.
And if that happens, if that if he's taking 1,000 shots a ball game, he needs it. In order to be relevant and have respect as far as his outside shooting is concerned. But he's also a guy, I think, right now that needs playing time, and you just have to trust him out there on the floor. I mean,
well, they're going to have to give him playing time at the 2. Dylan Brooks is playing great for them right now. A little less. He's been kind of their key to their whole plus-minus. So he takes those minutes, and then as the season goes on, I would guess Grayson gets more and more time, particularly as Memphis loses more and more.
Well, it sounds like to me, and listening to him, that the media wants to know why Grayson's not playing, and the coach was saying that we're easing him in right now. He missed a greater part of the first part of the 10 games this year, and so they're trying to ease him in. Where they're going to ease him in, I don't know. You think he can play the 3?
No.
Then
he's a 2.
In the 2 guard.
Tyus Jones is their backup 1. He's having a little bit of a tough year.
Yeah.
So he's a 2 to play with Ja.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think he deserves to get a very good look at. And the great thing about this is a very young basketball team that's not, they're not trying to, they want to win, but they're not trying to.
Well, they might not want to win because if they win too much, they lose their draft pick to Boston. So they might not want to win. All right, we'll get ready. Memphis. Joe Ingles has not interrupted us, but he's still.
I just refreshed my memory.
You are too old to learn how to pass.
Oh, wow.
He had 30.
Got a point.
He had
there,
30 and 16 in his last game out. Valanciunas. Valanciunas is very much the key
Think
to.
about what he's saying, though. He may have been joking, but if that's not in your DNA,
Right. Hey, it's Brevin Knight. Hey. Stanford's greatest.
Hey, you got that right.
He was like my favorite player when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, because he went to Stanford and it was good. He made Stanford good. He and Todd Lichty made Stanford good. With the guys who made Stanford good. All right, that wraps us up.